If you're not using banners and road signs to advertise your evangelistic event, you're missing an important piece of the marketing mix. Today, I want to tell you about a mistake that we made that proved the effectiveness of banners and road signs. Hey, I'm Larry Witzel. This is Ministry Insights from SermonView. One way that we help churches is by marketing evangelistic events. Since our ministry began 19 years ago, we've worked with over 2,500 churches on over 6,000 marketing campaigns, reaching millions of people, both online and in the physical world. We have a pretty simple recipe for marketing evangelistic events that we've seen work time after time. And you can think of this as a four-legged stool. Up at the top is the most effective form of marketing, the personal invitation. So we help churches equip their members with invitation cards and flyers that they can use to invite their friends and neighbors to the event. But most people also need some help getting out there and doing this. So we support the personal invitation with these four legs of an effective marketing campaign: direct mail, social media advertising, YouTube video advertising, and banners and road signs. The most effective campaigns use at least 3 of these communication channels in the campaign. In this video, though, I want to focus on banners and road signs. You want to put a big banner out in front of your church, especially if that's where the event is going to be. If you're on a busy road, that's even better. Make sure you put it where it's visible from the road for a few seconds as people drive by. Get a 2-sided banner hanging out by the road, or get 2 banners and put them up at an angle so they're visible from both directions. Now, you do this for 3 reasons. First, people driving by will see it, and the repeated exposure of the graphics and the branding for the series will help them to recognize it when they get the flyer in the mail or if they run across your ad online. Second, on the day of the meeting, it reduces the uncertainty of your guests. When they pull up to the building with the postcard in their hand, they'll see the matching graphics and know they're in the right place. And third, this big colorful banner out front signals to your members that this is a big deal. The quality of the graphics and design is going to indicate that this is going to be a quality event, that they won't be embarrassed to bring a friend or a colleague to. I've seen churches put up banners outdoors and also put up a retractable vertical banner in the church lobby just to help raise the profile of the event for the members. This becomes a tool for exciting your members and motivating them to participate in that most effective advertising, the personal invitation. In addition to the banner at the church, we recommend getting a bunch of road signs and placing them around town. Pay attention to where the politicians put their signs. And unless it's the middle of a campaign season, put your road signs in those same locations. Now, if it is the middle of a campaign season, you probably don't want to put them there because it's going to get lost in all the political signs. But regardless of the season, put your road signs at intersections where people have to stop sometimes, where they have a few extra moments to see it when they're waiting, for example, at a traffic light. Now, for a long time, we believed that these road signs were simply about branding, helping people to recognize the art so that when they got the postcard in the mail or they saw a social media ad, they would recognize it. But a few years ago, we made a mistake that turned into a natural experiment. These road signs are pretty simple, with the art, the title of the event, and a web address that's big and bold. Well, we happened to put the wrong web address on a bunch of road signs. Fortunately, it was a domain that we controlled, and we weren't using that web address for anything else. So we ended up with one pre-registration site for all the printed materials, like the mailers, the invite cards, the posters. And we had a different pre-registration site that looked identical, but it captured those registrations separately from the road signs. Frankly, we did this just as a backstop because we didn't think anybody ever registered directly from these road signs. Well, we were wrong. This event got dozens of pre-registrations, and a full 25% of them came from the pre-registration site that was only on the road signs. People were taking a picture of the URL, or they were hitting the QR code while they were stopped, and then when they got home, they actually looked it up and registered for the event. Prior to that, we considered road signs to be an optional, nice-to-have marketing piece. But ever since we made that discovery, road signs are a key part of the communication strategy that we recommend for event marketing. Earlier this year, SermonView helped organize the Propel Conference on church growth here at a local church here in town. We invited pastors and church leaders from all over the country to come learn from experts on evangelism and digital mission. It was an incredible experience, 4 days of inspiration and innovation for church growth. Well, we had put a giant banner out in front of the church, visible from the street. There wasn't much to it. It just said Propel Conference and the dates, and it was simply to make it a bigger deal for our guests. Well, on the second night, a young adult woman came through the doors that nobody recognized. She hadn't pre-registered or anything, she just showed up. And it turns out she saw the banner, she saw the cars in the parking lot, and she decided to check it out. She told us it looked interesting, so she came in. And she came because of a banner in the front of the church. Banners and road signs are really effective tools for raising awareness for your event. So if you're going to be holding evangelistic meetings or some other outreach event, make sure that you include banners and road signs in your advertising mix. Pastor, thank you for the work you do. Wherever you're doing ministry, God brought you to this church in this community at this time because you have gifts, talents, and experience that He wants to use. So be strong and courageous. You're exactly where God wants you. I love you guys. I'm cheering for you. We'll see you next time.